Greetings viewers, it's Eric the Car Guy and thank you for tuning in today. Today I'm very excited to introduce to you the 42-inch workstation from GEARWRENCH that I have. I really love this thing and I want to share with you what I've done with it. Let's start with something that I consider to be important when choosing a workstation or toolbox, the measurements. With the handle installed as I have here, it looks like it's about 45.5 inches long. Without the handle attached, you'd be looking at 42 inches. Height from the ground up is just under 41 inches. And the depth, depending upon how you have it configured, comes out to about 24.5. It comes with a custom cut foam pad for the top. The drawer pulls are latch type. It's easy to release just by grabbing the handle. And this is how the mechanism works to release the inside here, so it latches and it won't open until you pull the release. Security is handled by one of these barrel locks. There's also a lock on this side door. The top drawer, the largest drawer, is configurable, meaning that you can divide it up pretty much any way you like. It has provisions for that. It has two of these long dividers. I stacked these two together because I only wanted to use one and it seemed easy just to, well, store this one here. It also comes with 4 of these smaller dividers. I'm only using 3, and this is the way I have it set up. And if you haven't guessed already, I've turned this into my electrical workstation, and I love it. Okay, let's quickly run through the rest of the drawers. This one is zip ties. I have a drawer just for zip ties. I freaking love that. Here's another one for some electrical connectors. More electrical connectors. Did I mention this was my electrical workstation? More electrical stuff, battery lugs and such. Soldering iron, shrink tube. In the smaller drawers, I have little miscellaneous bits for some of this. And here I have some electrical tape and a meter and a test light. Can't forget about the test light. Grommets and clamps, stuff to hold things down. Fuses, lots and lots of fuses. These are like my old spare fuses. And a few of these, well, connectors that I sometimes use. And a lock pinning kit. You might have caught that video. Lastly, some giant battery cables. By the way, the drawers also come with custom cut foam liners. There's a plug in the back that will power up, well, we call it a power station. That's kind of what I use it for. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outlets and 2 USB outlets along with a circuit breaker over here. In fact, this has kind of become my charging station, so my lights and things like that I hook up here. And, well, I'll share something funny with you. So this is one of my lights from GEARWRENCH, and to charge it up, I charge it on this workstation, and it came with this plug so I could plug it in. But you see how wide it is to where you really can't put another plug in, so it kind of blocks things off. And at first I was like, way to go, GEARWRENCH. You made it so you couldn't like plug multiple things in when you plugged in one of your lights. Well, then I was like, oh, wait a second. And that eliminates that altogether. Like I said, it was funny. Right beneath your power supply is a door that opens up to everything in this workstation is customizable. So these drawers that you see in here, you can move up and down this whole thing, and it's a pegboard. So if you look closely, everything behind there is a pegboard, and it fits all standard pegboard stuff. I just decided to set mine up this way, but it comes with 2 of these, for lack of a better word, trays that you can pretty much configure and mount any way that you like. As I said, I've decided to hook them up this way. Since I don't use it, I almost forgot that there's also a shelf that can be installed on this side or on the other side on the pegboard. You can, like everything else, put it where you want it. So if you'd rather have a shelf than one of these trays, you got it. There's also another piece of custom cut foam in here. The door on this side is held on by magnets at the top and the bottom. Hey Eric, what's that on the back of your workstation next to the plug? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is basically a portable knee pad thing. You put this down and you can be comfy while you're kneeling down and working on stuff, and it's got a couple of trays, also from GEARWRENCH. And I was trying to figure out where I could put this thing, and I ended up putting it right here. This workstation comes with a couple of these hooks, which you can install on the back here. There's a couple of other locations. In fact, I believe there's one on the side, and I also think there might be some inside of that drawer that I showed you earlier. Anyway, I rigged mine up so that I could easily keep this on the back of the workstation out of the way and easy to access. This entire side is a pegboard, as I mentioned, and those same trays that were in over on the other side can be put over on this side. They fit into these little slots. So you can have one of the trays up here if you like. Me, I've chosen to get some regular pegs for a pegboard, and I'm hanging all of my wire on here. Did I mention it was an electrical workstation? But this is how I've chosen to use it. One of the things I like so much about this is the versatility of it. You can configure it and set it up any way you choose. This thing may get heavy as you move it around, and GearWrench has thought of that. These are plastic guards that are on the ends to prevent you from, well, damaging stuff if you bump into it. Now, obviously the handle is sticking out, but they're also on this side. There are two fixed casters on this side, two pivoting and locking casters on this side. And when you lock this down, I only usually have to lock the one down. It's not going anywhere. Lock them both down, and it's really not going anywhere. And to take them off, just click the off. It's clearly marked. And it's free again. In summary, this is a portable, customizable, useful workstation. I like it very, very much. But wait, there's more. I've taken mine to the next level. This foam top is great, but I had something made. I had a carpenter make me up this butcher block top that fits on here perfectly. And I added a vise to that, and I made it so that I could remove this vise if I want to, just by removing these fasteners, and I can put them back in. This makes it even cooler for me and even more custom. This is how I customized mine. What do you think you could do with yours? The takeaway here is this 42-inch workstation from GearWrench is highly customizable. What you've seen me do with it is just what I've done with it. You can set this thing up 1,000 million different ways, however you see fit. So I suggest you check one of these out for yourself. I'll put a link in the description to make it easier for you to find. I'll also link EricTheCarGuy.com in the description if you have automotive questions. Other than that, I want to thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time. Go get one. Go do it now.